Okay, sit down. Right now. But I think it's framed pretty good. Just watch out you're about to back into my camera.
See right there?
I think I've got it framed pretty good. I've filmed some videos.
Pretty good. So if I just move the height of the table here, then we can talk to each other.
Okay.
Maybe get some chairs here.
Well, I think I got my camera set up good, so we can just move over here.
Kind of the problem to see where the frame is like there.
Oh, well, I think we'll both be in the camera if we sit on this bench, so...
You just want to hold it?
No, I think it's framed perfectly right here. That's inside.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
So, go ahead and tell them your name and a little bit about yourself.
We're already live.
Yeah, we're already live.
Awesome. Hi. My name is Reverend Andrew Zero. I'm in the band Virtual Zero. I'm a local Portland artist, and I ran into Red here. Go ahead and say the name that I cannot pronounce that you go by.
I'm Katja Chadi. I'm your host, and this is my new show, I guess. So tell them a little bit about your sound. What are your inspirations as a musician?
Well, I'm a lot older than I appear. I grew up in the 80s and 90s listening to hard rock and heavy metal and grunge. Grunge is a big part of our sound. But we found ourselves on the new grunge playlist on Spotify, and I guess there's a whole hello Howlin' Wolf, how you doing?
Oh,
So Spotify put us on this new grunge playlist that we're getting a lot of plays on recently from some of my Instagram posts that got linked to it, and we have a lot of three-part harmonies throughout our music, which resembles stuff like Stone Temple Pilots, Alice in Chains, Bush. We kind of like listen to a lot of those groups. The direction we want to head in the future when we release new music in the future is to get a little bit more synth, because we are a synth-based progressive hard rock. Whatever, I don't even know how to describe it. There's all these genres and ways to describe music, but unless you hear it, you know, you can just say it resembles this, it resembles that. But Virtual Zero will remind you of something you might have heard in the 90s, but you didn't know you missed out on it, kind of. Like
very
we were
nice.
I like to say we're the Seattle band from Portland.
Very nice. When you're writing songs, what are your biggest sources of inspiration?
When I'm writing songs, okay, so sometimes I will just hear something in my head, like a chorus or a verse or something catchy, and then I'll have words for it, or I'll hear words that match the rhythm, but they don't have to make sense. And I'll try to tell a story based on the sounds that I'm hearing out of my head. Whereas some songwriters, they like to write down lyrics and then build the music around the lyrics, or they'll have an idea what the song will be about and write a song about it. I hear the hooks first. I hear the choruses, or a catchy verse, or a bridge, or just a section of a song, and I'll hear different sections. Sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and record something because I'm afraid I'll forget that hook, that catchy part, and then I'll put those. I'll have like all these different files and say, well, these things kind of go well together. Let's put them in the right key, or let's mix and match keys or tempos. One thing that happens when you do this that drummers hate is that you'll have two different sections of a song that are catchy, but they're at different tempos, different speeds, and I'll make the drummer just do an instant tempo change. And musicians can either love or hate that, but when you see it live, it's like it kind of like it's just. I mean, you can you're a musician. Can you kind of describe how you experienced our acoustic set when we played for you when you met us for the first time? Like, how was it for you? Like, describe to our audience like what a Virtual Zero acoustic set was like.
Oh, I really enjoyed it. It was you know, it's not every day that you run into someone playing an acoustic guitar randomly at a coffee shop and they're actually extremely talented.
Thank
And
you.
it really reminded me of, as I told you, Guided by Voices, which is one of my favorite grunge bands.
I need to get into them because I've heard Guided by Voices, the name, so much, but like I was so fixated on the more popular bands growing up and whatever I had access to. I didn't know Guided by Voices was even a grunge band, and here it is, 2026.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're very unique. I mean, I really like their album Alien Lanes.
Yeah,
What would you say are your biggest struggles as a musician?
finding money.
Yeah.
Don't we all have that problem?
Yeah, that's the
Like,
bitch.
cause like we want the record label to get us in the studio and realize our dreams and put us in front of crowds and realize our dream, but like, and then I hear other people saying you're never gonna be a rock star. You're 47 years old. And I was like, well, look at all the rock stars who are out there right now. They're old. They're all the bands that we grew up listening to are still playing,
Yeah.
and I established myself as a local celebrity and a local rock star. I almost got signed to a record label multiple times and had bipolar disorder, which is kind of like my crowd is the mental health community. That's kind of like what stopped me from getting to the next level. See, now that people see me on the air, sometimes they see me on the air or posting things that are really bizarre or mental health related that I may be. They don't know if what I'm saying is delusion or if I'm just doing a shtick. For the record, when we post stuff and get attention on our websites, and then people check out our music, we're very thankful for that. But I'm trying to pitch my music to World Wrestling Entertainment, and if they don't take it, we're gonna take our stuff to AEW, their competition, because I'm a big wrestling fan. I have friends and relatives who are part of the wrestling industry, and we felt that like there's not enough like hard rock and metal being represented in that business, and they kind of go well together. Don't you think? You like wrestling?
Yeah. I really enjoyed that your mental health struggles have inspired a lot of the lyrics to your songs because they also inspire the lyrics to my songs, and a lot of my favorite musicians are schizophrenic or have bipolar.
And I'm finding that it heals people to be able to listen to something they can relate to.
Exactly.
And it seems to be a taboo subject, and uh, wrestling seems to be a taboo subject in certain parts of the country. The music we listen to, hard rock and heavy metal in Portland, Oregon, seems to be like a taboo subject. And I'm happy that I've made friends with Red here because we have things in common that is uncommon for Portland, Oregon. I always will be the Portland, Oregon artist. I'm from here. I'm raised here. I've always lived here. I've kind of been stuck here for a while. I've had to deal with issues that have kept me from getting out, but those issues are behind me. I'll raise my hand. I am not an alcoholic. I do search for a higher power, and this is part of my shtick. I always have comedy to go with with my uh, with my presentation. I try to use my social awkwardness and my anxiety to speak to others. Sometimes when you go to a concert, the you don't hear the musicians speaking to the crowd very often, and when they do, they can be pretty funny. I know Godsmack has had some pretty funny, awkward moments on stage speaking to the crowd or doing things that I've laughed at. But when people go to a show, they want to hear music. We throw in a little comedy there. So tonight, when we play at Joe's Saloon in Milwaukee, we're going to try and get Red there. We don't know how transportation might work out yet, but regardless, when me and Matt play there tonight with our acoustic set, we're gonna try and throw in some jokes. We're gonna try and make sure that everybody is entertained by our acoustic sets. It's kind of like coming to a Tenacious D show, two guys in acoustic guitars. We want to build a band, and Red's looking for some people to play with, so we might collaborate and see if Virtual Zero would like to have a female vocal presence in our band, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it might work out
Oh yeah.
if we can collaborate and work together and see how it gels and mixes.
I love Tenacious D. They always make me laugh.
I love Tenacious D too. Pick a Destiny, great fucking film.
Yeah. Yeah, it's important to be able to make people smile. So,
So you got comments and viewers and stuff on there, like what's going on?
I think it looks like people are asking me personal questions about the stuff that happened yesterday. Um,
Yeah,
to
feel
answer
free.
y'all's questions, Rogan is in town and has some of my stuff. I never got the shoe stuff from what's his face. I think he was trying to uh, ambush Rogan and whoop his ass. So good luck to him whooping Rogan's ass. I think he should have whooped his ass and gave me my mail. So we'll see what all happens with that. But um, is there any final thoughts you'd like to share with the audience other than to shut the hell up about unimportant stuff while we're talking about real things?
We're talking about the entertainment
We're
business.
talking about real shit. Shut up.
But all you people there who are concerned about her private life, from what I know, is that she's safe in Portland, Oregon, as long as she knows me, and as long as she's staying around the right people. We want to make sure she's safe while she's here. It's a weird town, and there are weird people here.
True.
And if this person or Rogan, whatever her name, I don't,
Yeah, fuck him.
yeah, fuck him, whatever. We're not going to allow anything bad to happen to Red while she's here. Everything's going to be A-okay. Thank you. But Virtual Zero is the name of my project. We want you to check it out. This lady might, get some vocals in on some of our stuff in the future. We'd like to see if it works out.
That'd be really fun.
Feel free to check us out on all platforms. She's enjoyed what she's heard, and we'd like to work with her in the future. All you people on there asking questions, why don't you start asking some professional questions about music? She's a good musician.
Uh, I don't know. Nah, just people being rude. Oh well.
Okay, hey, if
Well.
you're being rude,
Someone asked me if I'm embarrassed to dress cool in public. Why would I be embarrassed to look amazing? That's silly.
she looks like a Native American wizard goddess.
Yeah, I look badass. The fuck?
What?
I don't know. I get compliments from everyone I meet on public, literally every single day of my life. So
Does anyone
I don't
have
know why people on YouTube think that they can be like, "Oh, you look stupid." Like,
Did any of you keyboard
I literally
warriors
know I
have a
don't.
problem with how I look?
Yeah.
Do you guys have a problem with how I look?
Check this
do
out,
I look,
y'all.
Do I look like a dipshit?
Check this out, y'all. Yeah.
Do I think I'm Batman? Fuck off.
They asked if Howling Wolf is singing along.
Howlin' Wolf. Can we get you to sing?
We were talking about, because she's trained to come on in cue, when you cue her in. So if you start howling in the chorus of a song, she'll come in and sing with you.
That's good. I seen that.
We
Howlin'
were
Wolf,
talking about,
yeah.
you were talking about maybe writing something for her to sing with, because she's trained,
If she can stay in key, we could put a howl into a song, one of our songs, and get her to do it. But we have to get her in the studio and do it right.
Yeah. We'll probably have to do a couple of takes then, because sometimes she likes to go wah wah wah. But then if you keep working with her, you can get her to give a good long note.
I think Howlin' Wolf is a good trained singer. Thanks for asking a pertinent question.
Yeah, thank you for a real
to that
question.
viewer.
So many dipshits in the chat today. It's because it's early in the morning. Most people watch late at night.
But now this Mississippi native is in Portland, Oregon, the weird town. This is a place to look for musicians, apparently. But as a Portland musician who's been here my whole life, I've been looking for my musicians for 47 years and still can't find them. We have to piece people together from all corners of the country, apparently, to put a band together.
Yeah, I'm about to go busk in a minute. Take that bus back down there and have a nice time.
She's going to play some music and hopefully not compete with other people trying to hone in on her crowd.
Oh, no, I'm going to have a good time. I'm not very competitive. I'm cooperative, like a communist.
Yeah.
I made so many friends yesterday and saw a show and ended up getting drunk for the second time this year. I quit drinking and now I'm unquit drinking.
She admits that she has a problem.
I do, yeah.
But if she searches to a higher power or a lower power, right?
Yes, hail Satan. He will protect me from alcohol.
He might get her off the booze.
Yeah, no, as long as I'm not starting drinking when I wake up every morning, I'll still be doing better than I was when I quit.
Before we go, I have a problem with these, and she has a problem with these. Do you want to have an entire cigarette with me with your audience, or do you want to just have a puff or
Yes, I
two?
want one.
You want a whole cigarette?
Yeah, I did.
We're gonna have it's not coffee talk like they have in New York podcasts. We're gonna have a cigarettes anonymous meeting on the phone or on the camera phone here thingy, and smoke in front of you guys and see how you feel about it.
Someone said Portland is the meme of Oregon. I guess
It's Portland is
it
all
is.
of Oregon.
It
If
is the
you
most famous city in the state. That's for sure.
it's at the armpit of the whole state, and then right across the river is Washington, where they don't want people from Portland to come in unless you're working and crossing the bridge. So if you guys don't know anything about Portland, a lot of people from Washington State come in here and work and pay different property taxes because our property taxes suck. So Portland's kind of empty. She's noticed that it's very quiet here.
Very quiet at night. Yeah, and even that cool strip that we were at, I feel like in most big cities that would have been really packed, but it was like very quiet for Friday especially.
We're in the Alberta Street neighborhood where I live, and it used to be hustling and bustling, and they would have these last Thursday street fairs and things like that. And sometimes they have Hawthorne street fairs and things like that, but they're not as populated as they used to be just because the city is depopulated. Everybody's moved to the suburbs or out of state.
I actually slept in a bando last night. The power and water were on and everything, and like the toilet worked. It was
Yeah,
like perfectly fine apartment,
yeah.
but I guess no one can afford it, so we were just sleeping in there, for free.
That's amazing. I came off the streets, and I have an apartment complex now, which we're nearby, and I'm very happy to know that there are services here. We do have liberal leaders in politics and stuff, but it can get very extreme with too much taxes and too many programs and not enough people staying on the same page. But uh, on the other subject, which we're here talking about musically, um, Portland has a lot of musicians that have no aspirations to make it to make it where the people listen to their music and they're successful. And I'm not like that. I'm 47. I still want people to listen to my music. Thank you for all of our viewers who took my post and turned it into 4,000 hits on our song Shadow Side. That's our popular song right now.
Yeah, that's a really good one about bipolar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shadow Side is about my alter ego, which is a ninja. I'm a trained martial artist, and so my shadow is a sneaky, sometimes outspoken, uh, acting like he's drunk, not really drunk ninja.
Very
And
nice.
and it's not a split personality. It's just that's a shadow of myself. That when I have mania, I have a personality that changes. But I'm still myself. I'm not schizophrenic, and doctors want to diagnose me that way. So some things that can take a very long time to do is get a final diagnosis, and sometimes it takes going through the court system to do these things, and the mental health system. The other thing it can take a long time to do is get control of your finances because they don't think you know how to spend money, which is sometimes accurate.
Yeah. I think the mental health system in America is often just a way to abuse people, seize their assets, control them.
I think you're right. And then we identify, I don't know about you, but like I identify as, which can be seen as delusional, as a star seed. It's a kind of a forbidden term for people who believe in aliens or people who have reincarnated on Earth from different sectors of the universe or different places or dimensions and are experiencing life on Earth in a human form to know what it's like to have a human experience. And I don't know, do you identify it that way?
I suppose so. I mean, I've had experiences in which I remembered past lives on this planet. I haven't exactly had an experience where I remembered being an alien, but I do think that, the web of like conscious energy that overlays the entire universe could, put my spirit in any body on any planet if it so desired. So
I feel that every meeting and every chance encounter we have could be a chance to send your timeline on a different direction, or that it was meant to go on that direction. I was meant to meet Red, or I was meant to have this temporary bond, or even this podcast here was meant to happen, so that all of you people making comments and things like that can have your life change
Hell yeah. Let me
for
see what
just
it's
one moment.
saying.
Let's see what
If
what
there's
are we
anything
talking
silly.
about.
Do you have any advice on dealing with anger, guilt, or negative thoughts?
I do. Do you want to go first?
I spend a lot of time meditating and doing breathing exercises. Um, I don't typically get angry that often anymore, even when frustrating things happen. I just decide, the Great Spirit, the giver of breath, has decided to change the path of my life and take me somewhere else, and I just don't worry about it. Everywhere I go, I live off the land and make friends, and it's a good time.
So that's a spiritual kind of advice answer. My reply to that would be, from a mental health and a practical standpoint, would be one, don't do drugs that make you angry, like crystal meth.
Yeah, don't do speed.
That don't do speed. If you can handle it, I'm not going to judge you, but that tends to bring out anger and rage. And I don't. I've never had issues with that drug, but sometimes people have put that in my marijuana, and it's giving me rage issues that I haven't realized I'm on it. But if you have anger issues, guilt, and what was the other thing?
Uh,
Uh,
Let me sit down here for a second.
but yeah, I have anger issues, and get violent with anger management issues, but people get afraid because I yell.
They said negative
And
thoughts.
negative thoughts. Okay, so for me, prayer works. I don't know if that works for you, but searching for a higher power, it doesn't have to be a 12-step program. That works for some people, it doesn't work for other people. But having negative thoughts, don't try to seek love from another person. Try to have self love for yourself, um, to get out of that negativity, and maybe spoil yourself with a good meal. Or a good, like, if you have finances, or you're doing okay, and you can that always makes me feel better, is to eat a good meal, and have a coffee with a friend.
I had a
Or
delicious burrito last night. It's kind of killing me this morning.
seek counsel from friends and family if you have a support network, if you're having issues with those emotions.
Someone says just stay sober, don't do any drugs. I'm like, some of them make you calm.
So
And weed tends to chill people
if
out.
sobriety works for you, you have to understand sometimes
It just
sobriety can't work for other people because their chemistry has just been altered.
Yeah.
And you have to support them and let them go through. They have to seek the recovery themselves.
Some stuff that is propagandized as being a drug. It's really more like a medicine.
Yeah,
Like
cannabis is not
it's a sacred herb.
It's a spirit, and it's a sacred herb. They say alcohol is a spirit. All things you put in your body are called spirits in the indigenous and native cultures.
That's true.
And
they're all conscious.
They can alter your being, but cannabis is a medicine. Tobacco is also seen as a medicine in our culture.
I've written about this on my blog before, but yes, every in indigenous culture, every medicine is seen as like a conscious spirit that you're interacting with, and when you do something like speed, like that's a very angry spirit that will bring out your rage, any problems that you have, whereas marijuana is like much more peaceful, and there's others that are like LSD. That's a safe one. I mean, if you are like psychotic and you take it, it can mess you up. But for other people, it's a very helpful medicine.
Just be wise what you put in your body, because there's a lot of sober people that are drinking tons of Coca-Cola and eating McDonald's every day that are bad members of society that do horrible things, and some of them might be sober from alcohol even, but they're just bad members of society and they're unhealthy people. So don't judge a person by what they put in their body, or if they need to or if they want to, and say just be sober. That doesn't work for everybody.
Right, like any drug, depending on the person, can lead you to have problems, but depending on the person also, they can help you. So you just have to be aware of yourself, your limitations, how things affect you.
Do you want to field one more question before we go, or?
Someone asks your opinion on Sauron.
Sauron?
Yeah.
The wizard?
The wizard.
Okay, so was Sauron the evil one, or was Saruman the one who saved the day at the end?
Sauron's the evil one.
Okay, Sauron, if I met him on the battlefield, I would have to turn into. Okay, if I was in like Dungeons and Dragons mode,
Uh-huh.
I would have to be Obi-Wan Kenobi and meet him and let him kill me because
Mm.
then I would be more powerful than him on the other side,
Right, like Gandalf. Doesn't he
like
do that?
Gandalf.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Gandalf is badass. If I was lived a past life on Earth and there really was a Gandalf, you're looking at him.
Nice.
I'm Gandalf.
Yeah.
So Sauron, I'll kick your ass.
Yeah.
But we might have fisticuffs if I was meeting Sauron. We might have a staff war. But ultimately, I would have to have him take my life because I'm not going to kill him. I don't want that on my life review.
Yeah, someone says you should just change your life to the better, change your life for the better instead of doing drugs. Um, well, I don't know. The thing is, like, I personally have been in places where I was so depressed that without the benefit of a drug like LSD to, change my mind, because LSD creates more connections in your brain. It's actually very good for your mind
Can we ask
unless,
them a question? Like this important because LSD and psilocybin from magic mushrooms are used legally here
yeah, they're legal here.
well, maybe not LSD, but psilocybin and LSD have been used to treat depression, bipolar disorder as a medicine, as a
Right.
means to reconnect the brain that has been damaged from either over medication or from just chemical imbalances from having mental health
Yeah, from
conditions to
trauma.
begin with, trauma, PTSD. A lot of soldiers are finding benefits from microdosing, things like that.
Yeah,
So
like
just remember,
personally, like your brain is like a reflection of your reality. So when you open up new pathways in your brain, you not only are like changing your mind, but you're changing your perception of reality. You're opening up new pathways in real life. So for me, without psychedelics, there would have been no way that I could have even had enough positive thoughts and enough, positive interpretations of reality to change my life.
the
So
key is safety. When putting a spirit or a drug in your body, if it's something that well you don't want to operate a car or heavy machinery on, that's a decision that you have to a lot of people when they take ayahuasca or other things that they need to have a safe person around them. Whatever you do, you have to do them wisely and with conscious effort. Like you have to know what you're putting in your body. There's a way to do it. Just like you don't get prescribed medications for mental health and take them without supervision or understanding what they're about, and you're just prescribing to it. So um, it's you can't just say flat out, don't do this, don't do that, stay clean, do this, do that.
yeah,
Every individual and every body chemistry is a different case. All I say is do them safely or don't do them, but seek counsel and help and supervision, or look up the information and find out what it does to you. Educate yourself. Important.
yeah. One person said it would be terrible to find out that you tend to be psychotic when you smoke weed, but being in psychosis is not like the end of your life. It's a temporary
There's
condition, and
there's worse
if you
things.
make the risk and decide marijuana isn't helpful for you after smoking it once, then like that's actually not a huge risk, as opposed to like I don't know, killing yourself because you're so depressed and have no option. I don't know.
Here's what's going to happen if you're psychotic and you're smoking cannabis. The worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to eat too much food. You're going to hang out with people. You might make a judgment call and maybe sleep with the wrong person,
Or throw things around your
or
room.
throw
I've done
things around
that.
your room. Have you ever seen the movie Half Baked when they're at the NA meeting and he's like, "I'm addicted to marijuana," and Bob Saget's like, "Yeah, you ever suck dick for marijuana?" Like, come on. So I understand. I have psychosis, but I don't have schizophrenia. And when I smoke marijuana, I'm peaceful to be around. But sometimes I scare people because I look scary, and I'm like, I'm high, I'm having a good time. But it's entertaining.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's really like the safest drug there is. So
it's the safest drug there is. It's legal here. It's a controlled substance, and the federal government allows us to have dispensaries sell safe to consume cannabis for everybody here. So if you suffer from psychosis and you're doing cannabis like I do, just be you can consciously be a safe person.
yeah, it really helps me. Like It doesn't send me into psychosis, but when I am in psychosis and I
Well,
smoke it, it like
sativa
helps me.
can send you into psychosis when you're having a psychotic break,
Hmm.
but you recover from it when you're not stoned anymore.
Yeah,
You don't stay psychotic, and if
right.
you're on your psychotic meds, you go back to being. You know, I'm 47. I've been smoking weed my whole life. Some of these drugs that they put you on make it impossible to feel the effects of the cannabis, but it still feels good to smoke it and taste it and just be social with it.
Yeah, yeah. Someone
Thanks for the
says,
good questions, though. We do like not having to deal with her personal life on her video
yeah,
channel.
yeah. My personal life is sucky right now, but I'm dealing with it like always. It's just I try to focus on the music, the artwork, the fun people that I meet, rather than my family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
But she's safe. We got her here in Portland, Oregon. It's her second day now here. I've made a good friend, and Howlin' Wolf is a good protector for her, and she can sing very well.
someone's calling me Batman. That's close. That's close. I actually got
PHAT.
I got my powers when I was bit by a radioactive panther. So
That's that's horrible, you keyboard warriors. You just feel bad
yeah.
about yourself. Are you hiding behind that? Do you want to come? She went to the
There.
effort to come over here. Do you want to come over here and tell her that and get on her podcast and just tell her why
I'm
she's fat?
Batman.
I don't think
Yeah.
she's fat.
Oh, Batman.
Oh,
Batman.
Batman. I think I'm
Yeah.
Batman. I heard it wrong.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
All good. All good. Do you have any final thoughts about like your musical projects or what you want to do in the
Final
future?
thoughts on my musical project. Okay, we just want to have listeners, because I feel that my songs, whether they're about mental health or whether they're about past relationships or whether they're about this and that, we feel that the music is healing. We feel that it helps people, give them the goosebumps when they listen to it. And we hope that someday we can play at bigger clubs, or it doesn't have to be arena rock, it doesn't have to be commercial success, but we want to go on tour and experience the life that my friends in the music business and my friends in the wrestling business experience, of having an exchange of energy with people who are there because they love our music. And we've been kind of blacklisted and shadow posted by industries that don't want mental health to be, displayed in music. So we're relying on the fans and people to potentially cross over, and we're going to take this podcast here and put a link onto our websites and hope that people tune into and start supporting Red with her musical efforts too. We might be doing some collaborations with her. We'd like to have a female voice in our band.
Very nice. And where can they listen to your music? Like Bandcamp, YouTube?
Our music is on all platforms for the album. If you want to hear our demos, which I think are better, but they don't have live human drumming in them, those are on SoundCloud/Virtual Zero. Indie Sound, which is an independent recording artist, which we've got an average of 4,500 plays per track, which it's just that they go viral and then
That's
people
pretty
listen to
good.
them and they move on. In Indie, INDIE Sound, and just look up Virtual Zero. We're on Reverb Nation. There's demos on there. I want to support the demos because those are the future of what's going to come out when we have a live studio drummer. And that's about half of the set that we're playing tonight at Joe's Saloon is new material. It's taken us 12 years to put out new material because I've lost everything and put my life back together multiple times, and now I'm 47 years old. I still can rock. All the bands I still listen to, that I used to listen to, are still out playing, and they want me to go on tour with them when I get my life together. I might be in the band Slipknot and filling in for Tortilla Man, and none of you guys know it. And I'm just like, I'm just telling you
Oh,
that.
you're trying out for them,
I'm
right?
trying out for Slipknot,
Yeah, I hope that works out. That'd be badass. You're
and
really skilled, so.
they need a 10th member instead of just somebody getting fired and rehired. They've had 19 members in the band since 1995, and I've pitched to them on my social media and through private meetings and encounters and through the Maggot Network that they need a 10th member to be called KJ Zartan,
That's good.
a backup vocalist, karaoke jockey who does the hype for the crowd and will speak to the audience and mess with the set list and just totally make the shows a lot more entertaining. a lot more just.
Hell yeah.
Like I can do that.
Yeah, I hope that works out for you, and I hope your solo project goes
I
good
love
too.
Slipknot. Do you
Yeah.
like Slipknot?
Hell yeah, I love that kind of stuff.
They debut at #1 when they come out, and then that's.
Yeah.
There's a crowd for it. Portland's not supportive of Slipknot. You got to go to the suburbs to find it. We need more metal in Portland. We want to bring it to you, and I've thoroughly enjoyed meeting Red so far, and being introduced to her community and her crowd. And just leave her private life alone. If you got questions and you want to post them on the internet that are of nature, if she wants to answer them, that's up to her. But just don't be a keyboard warrior.
You have the
We
peanut gallery over here.
that
We've got some good real questions
we
though.
like the real questions.
Yeah. Well, all right. So I guess I'm gonna come back online in a minute when I go busk. Probably like an hour. So.
She's gonna go online and do some music. It's been very nice meeting you guys. If you see me again, you see me again. I'm gonna
Hell
put
yeah.
a link from this podcast onto my websites, and if you guys want to look at our stuff on Instagram and our videos, we'd appreciate it. And check out any of our studio stuff or demos on all platforms. Virtual ZERO, not the number 0, so you can find it. I have pretty much copywritten that term on all platforms.
All right. Well,
Thank
you
you,
so
Red.
much. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let me end this and then I'll. Oh, yeah. We all good.
I love doing live podcasts.
Yeah. That was